plus 4. And on the right hand side here, I'm going to have x plus 2. So the square roots and the square just cancelled out. Now writing this given equation, I'm going to have x to the power of 4 minus 4x squared plus 4 minus x minus 2 equals to 0. Now I'm going to do something interesting here. Let y equals to 2. So before solving further, let me write this equation as it is here. The equation can be written as x to the power of 4 minus 2 times 2 x squared plus 4 can be written as 2 squared minus x minus 2 equals to 0. Now, using the fact that y equals to 2, so here I'm going to have x to the power of 4 minus this first 2, make sure this is y. So here we're going to have 2y x squared plus 2 squared is going to be y squared minus x minus y equals to 0. This is a trick I developed and I believe it's going to help in solving this question, because this is a quadratic equation, so this is going to make a lot of sense. Now writing this given equation here, we can have y squared minus 2x squared y minus y plus x to the power of 4 minus x equals to 0. Now rewriting this equation, I'm going to have y squared minus, in parentheses, I want to factor y out. So here I'm going to have 2x squared plus 1y. So I'm rewriting these two given values as this. Plus, here we have x to the power of 4 minus x equals to 0. Now, if you have a very good look at this, this is quadratic equation, where the coefficient of y squared, that is a, is 1. The coefficient of y, which is b, is going to be negative 2x squared plus 1. And my c is going to be x to the power of 4 minus x. Now, solving using quadratic formula, which is y equals minus b plus or minus root b squared minus 4ac, everything over 2a. Now let's plug in these values. Here, my y is going to be minus b, which is negative 2x squared plus 1, plus or minus square roots of b squared, which is negative 2x squared plus 1 squared, minus 4 times a, which is 1, and my c, which is x to the power of 4 minus x. Everything is going to be over 2. So simplifying this further in the next slide, here my y is going to be the negative x squared, which is going to be 2x squared plus 1 plus or minus the square root. So if you square the negative sign here, you're going to have the negative is going to be squared, which is 2x squared plus 1 squared minus 4ac, which is minus 4 into parentheses s to the power of 4 minus x, all divided by 2. So here I'm going to have y to be equals to 2x squared plus 1 plus or minus. Now let's distribute these parentheses. Here I'm going to have 4x to the power of 4 plus 4x squared plus 1 minus Here you're going to have 4x to the power of 4 plus 4x, all divided by 2. So here we have y equals to 2x squared plus 1 plus or minus the square root. If you have a very good look at this, you can see that 4x to the power of 4 cancel out 4x to the power of 4 here. So in the parentheses, I'm going to be left with 4x squared plus 4x plus 1 over 2. So here y equal 2x squared plus 1 plus or minus square root. This value here is the same thing as 2x plus 1 all squared. Yes, if you distribute this, you're going to have this. So they are the same. All over 2. And from here, solving this further, here you can see y equals to 2x squared plus 1 plus or minus. The square root is going to cancel out the square. So here we have 2x plus 1 all over 2. Now we're going to have two values for y. So here we have y equals 2x squared plus 1 plus 2x plus 1 over 2. Or for the negative side, we have 2x squared plus 1 minus 2x minus 1 over 2. So now we're going to have two cases. For case 1, so I'm going to have y equals, here, I have 2x squared plus 2x plus 2. This is case 1, divided by 2. You can see y is going to be, 2 can cancel out all the coefficient of 2, which is going to be x squared plus x plus 1. This is case 1. What about case 2? For case 2, here we have y equals to 2x squared plus 1 minus 2x minus 1 over 2. So here my y is going to be plus 1, negative 1 is going to cancel out. 2x squared minus 2x over 2. Then y is going to be, the coefficient of s is going to cancel out, x squared minus x. So these are the two cases. So here we have y equals to s squared plus x plus 1 or x squared minus x. Now, recall that since y equals to 2, now for case 1, here we have, since y equals to 2, so you're going to have 2 equals to x squared plus x plus 1. And here we have for case 2. So we have 2 equals to x squared minus x. So solving case 1 further, here we can rewrite this given equation as x squared plus x minus 1 equals to 0. And here you can have x squared minus x minus 2 equals to 0. Now, solving quadratically. If you want to solve this quadratically, I'm going to split this into 2. So I'm going to use quadratic formula to solve. Using quadratic formula, you have x equals to minus b plus or minus root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So here, you can see from here, my a equals to 1, b is 1, and c is negative 1. So here, I'm going to have negative b plus or minus root b squared, which is going to be 1, minus 4 times 1 times negative 1 over 2. So here x is going to be negative 1 plus or minus square root of, here negative is going to be positive. So 1 plus 4 is going to be 5 over 2. So this is what you have for the value of x. So in this case, your x can be negative 1 plus root 5 over 2, or negative 1 minus root 5 over 2. These are the two possible values for x. And in this case also, using the same approach, or here, you can even make this to be pretty much easy using factorization approach, but using quadratic formula too. So here you're going to have x equals to, here you have your a to be negative 1, to be 1, positive 1, b is negative 1, and c is negative 2. So minus b, which is going to be negative 1, plus or minus root b squared, which is 1, minus 4 times 1 times negative 2, all over 2. So here you have your x to be equals to 1 plus or minus square root of 9 over 2. So here x is going to be 1 plus square root of 9 is 3. 1 over 3 over 2, or x is going to be 1 minus 3 over 2. So here your x is going to be 1 plus 3 is 4 over 2, which is 2, or 1 minus 3, which is negative 2 over 2, which is negative 1. So the two values, 4 values of x is going to be this, or this. Now, if you go back to the given equation, here, I just have to make use of this. The given equation says that x squared minus 2 equals to x plus 2. So for this, you should know that this x plus 2 is positive. Okay? It's not negative. That is why you can get a real value function for this. And also, if this is positive, automatically also we have that your x squared minus 2 is also positive. Okay? And to have this positive, we call the 4 values of our x. Number 1, we have x to be equals to negative 1 plus root 5 over 2. We have x to be equals to negative 1 negative root 5 over 2. We have x to be equals to positive 2, and we have x to be equals to negative 1. If you plug in negative 1 into this given equation, okay, if you plug in negative 1 here, okay, so the question here is it possible for us to have the value to be positive? Now, in this first case, here we have x plus 2 greater or equals to 2 is 0. If you plug in negative 1, this is going to work. But in the second case, if you plug in negative 1 here, this is going to be 1 minus 2, which is not going to work. So s equals to 2 is correct. And if you try this also, here you will see that this is not going to work like this. So this is also going to work. So then lastly, the two values for x is negative 1. You can try this, but it's going to take some time. I mean, just plug in this. You will see that this is going to work. Or x equals to 2. These are the two values for x. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to share this video.